Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Oversteer and Underdogs. We are back here after the Singapore Grand Prix, and race was boring,
Yeah.
but it was awfully
Yeah.
eventful for something boring.
Yes.
You know, what do you think, Rob? Give me your thoughts.
Well, tired of papaya rules. I'm tired of Ferrari. Literally it was just nonstop, just kind of bogus things. I mean, you and I had spoke about it before, the almost damn near favoritism you're seeing with the FIA. Some things are getting called, some things aren't. Like, there's a lot to unpack, even though, like you said, the race was pretty boring in and of itself. Kudos to George for running a great race. Honestly, a great weekend altogether.
Yeah, flawless beginning to
Yeah.
end. He's not. We make a lot of fun of him. I know, but credits due where it's due. Guys had a
Yeah.
good. Honestly, the last 2 seasons, the guy's been really good. Just consistent. Just it might not be the most exciting win we've seen because he was there, gone, 5-second lead, 10-second lead, 5-second lead, race ended. Like
Yeah.
there wasn't anything out there that really doing it. Max wasn't touching him, even though he had soft tires to start. It just nobody had anything for that Mercedes. I don't know what it is. Every year, Mercedes seems to pick one strange weekend that doesn't really make any sense
Yeah.
to just be like, hey, in case you forgot who we are,
We're
going to do
here.
really good this weekend, but the rest of the year we're going to suck.
Honestly, I think it was almost one of those things where, because of how just awful he's done the past few years in Singapore, that had to feel a whole lot better
Yeah.
for Russell to be able to win this one. Because I mean, last year he almost like died from the heat. Was it last year where he smashed into the gap sign?
Well, that's the thing. He's crashed, I think, the last 4 of them.
Yeah.
And
It's
in
just
a
not his
similar
track.
fashion every time.
Yeah, it's just not his track. And like, to see him come out, get the dub, as much as we do like talk mad shit about him. And honestly, like, the main reason why we usually do talk shit about him is because he whines a lot, he complains a lot. Haven't really heard much of that side of him this year, which was kind of nice. We've had a couple moments where he was a little bit upset about a few things. Obviously, the situation with him and Max, like, that was warranted. I mean,
Pretty justified.
dude got punted off the track, so I'd be a little upset too. But other than that, like, he's just been Mr. Consistent quietly in the background. I mean, I don't think he doesn't have a championship shot, but still, he could keep on
technically,
pushing up.
mathematically, but no. Yeah, I mean, the guys, I can't fault the guy. The last couple of years, maybe it was just when he was coming up, trying to get his voice out there, what it was, trying to compete with Lewis. He was a little bit whiny or
yeah,
just I think he was just trying to be heard.
just
But
the wrong
it's nice
way of doing it.
Yeah, and he's not necessarily the guy that has, like, he's not the loud, boisterous guy. He's not the most entertaining all the time. The guy can drive, and he's shown that. I'm not to me. There's like 5 to 6 guys in F1 who are the real, like, elites, right? You got these guys that are just at the tippity top. They're amazing. They're great. Obviously the top you're gonna have Max. He's just, if it's got 4 wheels and an engine, he's driving it, and he's driving it damn fast. And then you got greatest of all time statistically, Hamilton.
Yep.
Fernando Alonso has had the longest career in F1 history
with some good showings.
Absolutely right. And you have Leclerc, arguably the greatest qualifier of current time. He's just for a single lap, he's bound to push the most out of a car. He just extracts a lot out of a really crappy car, as we've seen. Honestly, I'm starting to think that George might be in that conversation of elite. I don't know if he hasn't made that transition, I think, to be in the top conversation of those elite with Max and Hamilton. But I don't think he's far off anymore. I used to have a much different opinion. You know that.
I mean, don't take this the wrong way. I still don't like the dude, but like you said, where respect is due, he's definitely getting it.
And his personality's coming around a little bit more. He's coming around a little bit more on me. I still hate the stupid T-pose thing. I just don't like it. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I can't. I don't like it. I don't know. Everybody has a thing. I get it. Yeah, I know. Fernando's got his weird friggin' cat ear dances and strange struts and whatever else he does. Accent Simply Lovely or Simply whatever at the end of every race that he won. But no, George, just tremendous. Why he doesn't have a contract yet is just beyond
Still
me.
doesn't make sense.
Well, at the end of the day, it's like, oh, okay, Toto's just trying to bide his time, make a better deal. What better deal is there to make at this point? He's just giving you more reasons to give him more money and more time under contract. Like, if you really wanted that 1+1, which maybe he did sign, maybe he didn't, with more terms in his favor. There's a lot flying around there, but just give the guy his contract. What else are you gonna do? Why are you hanging your hat on Max? It's not gonna happen more than likely.
No.
I don't know. It's just an odd deal to me. Toto is the last of that breed of team principal, and I think it's a dying breed with Horner on his, leaving. I don't know. What do you think about Toto? How do you feel about this situation?
I feel like he's been a lot more quiet this year. I mean, I will say that even last year, we saw a lot more. Maybe it was because the hype around Lewis leaving, so they were under the spotlight more. But I feel like Toto this year, like even the announcers made a comment when George crossed the finish line. That's it. He barely broke a smile.
Yeah, it's
And
crazy.
then like he FaceTimed somebody and then he was smiling and everything, but like he's not showing any emotion. He's not showing that he's not talking very much. I don't know if I almost feels like he's like tired of it. Like he might be over it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're
he's
feeling the same thing.
I don't know if over it's a good way to describe it, I think, but I think it's over not being the number one team. I think that's what it is. He doesn't have anything. What do they have to fight for this year? Realistically, is
Nothing.
Ferrari going to make a resurgence and take second place back? No. More than likely, Ferrari's coming in fourth. And Red Bull more than likely isn't going to catch them to take second. So you pretty much have second sewn up, especially if you keep performing the way you are. Kimi's come around now. But I feel like Toto lost his sparring partner in Horner, and now he has nothing to do. Zach Brown's not as fun to throw punches at because he doesn't react.
Yeah.
It's just, and how can you throw punches at the guy that's got they've had the best car all year?
Yeah.
It's like
just the best car.
Yeah. We'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
It's just like, I don't know. I think Toto is maybe on the latter half here, and he only wants to win, just like anybody else,
Yeah.
He's not excited about the rest of 25. He's looking at 26. But
Yeah.
I do dislike the uncertainty of, hey, you don't have a contract yet. I mean, we know they're going to get signed, but like, just do it. Just do it. It's not making them drive better. What's the point?
Yeah, like it's like you're dangling the carrot, and he doesn't care anymore. Like he's out there to now just prove, like, yo, what are we waiting on? So George is just going to keep doing what he's doing. Kimmy's just happy to be along for the ride, and he's doing what he can to be better. Like you said, he's starting to come around a little bit more. I think it's been since the summer break, he's turned it around.
Yeah, especially the last couple of races.
Yeah, he's showing that he deserves the seat. But again, like, are you really banking on Max like coming to you guys in 27?
It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand it.
I don't see it. So
if you don't sew him up, and you do what you did this year, right? Having Max over on your yacht, having him go to wherever, blah, 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 having all this stuff, waiting on negotiations, da, da, da. What's going to happen when you come? What's going to happen when you come next year? And there's a lot of other hungry teams who might want to pick up a guy, and they might have a car that performs. Audi's coming in, taking over Stake, which Stake hasn't been great the last couple of races. I understand, but they're getting that German money in. They got some new designers coming in. They got a brand new regulation set, new engine, new everything. It's an opportunity for all these teams to reset, and those are teams that are going to be looking to replace people. Alpine, maybe they turn it around somehow by having this Mercedes power unit that George is obviously extremely familiar with. If that car is any good, that's a potential home if they're willing to pay, and who's team principal there. But these are all things that could happen if Toto really wants to try to hang his hat on Max Verstappen coming to him. I know they have a good friendly relationship. It would surprise me greatly if that was to happen. There's too many things Max likes to do that Mercedes won't let him.
Yeah, and honestly, there's like I mean, there's all the talks with Leclerc looking for places to go. That frees up a seat. Where there's talks about signs going back if Leclerc leaves or if Lewis leaves. So there's another seat. But I mean, this whole papaya thing back and forth, like somebody, and we're both like 99% sure of who's going to be the angriest out of all of this. If something happens to where Oscar doesn't win, I don't see him staying. And like you said last week, I believe it was, Lando is a McLaren life, unless they
he's the
boot
golden
him.
boy.
He's staying there no matter what. Oscar is pissed. You can visibly see it. You can hear it on the radio, which again, like we've had our back and forth with it. I don't think it was an intentional thing. I think that it was a racing incident, obviously. I mean, we got to take what the FIA says with a grain of salt. But they said there wasn't anything there.
Let's dive right into that. Let's dive right into the McLaren thing. It's the biggest thing. It's the elephant in the room.
Well, first, let's start with this. Let's start with this. Qualifying.
Yeah.
With Lando and Max. I know you and I talked about it. Everybody's talking about it, but the dirty air situation and Max's nice little thumbs up while he goes by. I think that, was it fully intentional? I don't know. I don't know if it was a fully intentional move for him to not just get the hell out of the way or slow down and pull over to the side like some people were doing throughout the qualifying. But like you said, Max was on pace to take it. And that would have probably changed race strategy. He wouldn't have went soft. I don't think he probably would have went mediums. And Max would have been the one gone off into the sunset with George chasing and the McLarens duking it out.
Yeah. I think, I mean, myself, I think it was was it 100%? Yeah, this is totally going to screw him. No, and there's no way to know, right? These cars generate so much dirty air. It exists in these areas on the track, especially a place like Singapore where it's also closed in. It bounces around. It's going crazy. It's like throwing banana peels in Mario Kart. It's kind of crazy. You don't know if it's going to be exactly what ruins his lap.
Yeah.
But it's a strategic choice to slow down a certain amount to still continue to generate that air that maybe it does last. And you can't tell me any of these people on these F1 teams aren't smart enough to know this.
Yeah.
That they know what it does. It's a good move. It's a smart move. Max,
but did it help?
I don't think
at the end of the day, did it help?
No. Well, he still lost to Max, but Max didn't get a win. That's about it. So, I mean, myself, I think if Max takes pole, which he was on pace to do, he was over a 10th faster up until that moment. You know, I think if Max is in front, he holds the lead through those first couple corners. It's such a hard track to pass on. I don't see George passing him, or maybe he does. But it's a hell of a lot harder. I'll tell you that much.
It's a lot harder. But like later on, even in that race, though, Max was having the issues with the rear end. Would that have been a factor? I mean,
the downshifts and everything. There's a lot of what if.
A lot of what ifs.
But I think it definitely was. I'm going to say like 70% intentional. I think, with 30% not knowing if this would actually work.
Yeah.
It's a head game. At the end of the day, it's a head game too. You know, he knows where he is. You can see it, but it was a good move. It was the right move. You know, you got to take your chances. He's the one guy realistically in this whole thing that's going to throw a wrench in any chance you have. He's your big arch enemy. He knows what he's capable of. But no, look, good on him. You know, he made it. It was a strategic decision. I think was correct. But then going to the race start, I agree with you. Race incident. 100% race incident, especially when it comes down to an FIA ruling. My gripe with it is what's happened with McLaren over the last, we'll limit it to 2 years. We'll say the last 2 years. You know, starting in Hungary, 24. Lando is, you know, mathematically in a championship fight. He has potential. And they make him give up the win to Oscar, which
just so he can get his first one.
Like, and then he won anyway the next week. So what did it matter? But was that the right choice at the time? I thought it was dumb. I thought it was really stupid. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? And especially in that specific situation. It's one thing if you got everything sewn up and, you know,
that's the domino that started the effect though. That
really
race right there is the one that started everything that's happened this season alone.
It really
It's
is.
because they made it, like you said, they made it the expectation. They set a precedence with that. They said, okay, cool, we're gonna make this fair. We're back in kindergarten, guys. We're gonna be fair. This is racing.
Exactly.
This isn't fair. It's
Right.
not
Life's
supposed
not
to be fair.
where these are big boy racers.
Yeah.
Like, and I understand, they threw Oscar that one bone, right? That one bone. And then you come up to all these different situations. You have Australia. It was present, right? Hey, back off of, don't push Lando until the traffic clears up. And then what happens immediately after I remember I was texting you during the race. I remember telling, holy crap, they really messed up his mentality. Look at that. He just dropped 2-3 seconds. Now they're both off in the grass. He gets stuck. Um, you know, that's Oscar's fault at the end of the day. He did that, but it's a head game. It's a head game. And as a team, you're supposed to
not do that.
Like, what? Don't throw. They didn't wreck each other yet. Just please don't crash into each other. That should be the rules.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they did that. And then he threw it out, and naturally, Oscar had his terrible finish. He made a good comeback, great, whatever, but ruined that finish for him. Then you come up to Canada, right? Or there's tension all the way through, but Canada's your next big point. What's the one rule of papaya rules that we all know?
Don't wreck.
Don't hit your teammates.
Don't wreck each other.
And what does he do? Crashes into the back of Oscar.
And then obliterates himself.
Like, okay, whatever. You guys are in a heated battle. Shit happens. All right, whatever. Then you go to Silverstone, okay? Oscar gets his pace car penalty, right? And he complains over the radio, hey, I don't think this penalty is fair. If the penalty stands, it stands, but give me a chance to earn the position that we as a team all think I deserve. That's fair, right? And they don't do it. Okay. That set a precedent for, okay, if something unfair that's out of our control on track happens, you already know where it's going. You can see where it's going. Connect 4 dots. I got like
4 seconds.
I got red string all over my wall over here. It's crazy. But it's okay. So you set that precedent of, okay, on track, something happens, unfair, out of our control. We're not fixing it. Okay. We're declaring that that's fine. It's a race incident. You go to Monza. Oh, you know what? Not even that. Let's go to Hungary. Where they gave Lando the 1 stop and Oscar the 2 stop. Different strategies. Okay. They say, okay, different strategies are fine. Lando ends up winning that race because of the strategy.
Yeah.
Oscar tries to throw a move going into turn 1, the last lap. And they say, whoa, back off. You almost hit him. Didn't actually hit him. Almost.
Pretty damn close.
Yeah.
He chalked him up pretty hard on that end.
Look, close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, okay, that's not okay. Don't almost wreck your teammate. Okay. Then you go to Monza. Lando had a slow stop after he decided to give you the first pit stop because he was trying to be nice. Do you mind just giving him that back? And he comes over. What? Remember in Hungary last year when you really weren't going to win anything and we gave you your first win? But then you won the next race anyways.
That's so manipulative.
It is.
It's so manipulative.
What I'm trying to get at is we had this whole accordion of events and we've set a precedent, right? So Oscar has an expectation of what's okay. Not okay to throw moves that may wreck your teammate. Not okay to hit your teammate. It's okay to it's only okay to make a clean pass or if your teammate's engine explodes. That's the only time it's okay to beat him, when somebody says it's unfair. And you come to that turn 1, I'm not saying it's a bad move by Lando. That's what you need to do to win a championship. That's that hunger. That's that fight. The issue is the precedent you've now set where what would have Oscar done different if he knew Lando could throw a move up the inside like that? Does he, follow more direct behind Verstappen that whole way through? Does he just cut you off at the knees and not let you give that chance?
Do they wreck each other and end up having that situation where we don't want to have that? They don't. We want to have it. We want to see it happen. Papaya doesn't. McLaren doesn't want to see that happen. And literally with and honestly, like, I liked the fact, because I even told you, I was like, I don't think it was that big of a deal. Like, on Lando's side, it wasn't malicious at all. He literally, from the side angle, He just
It was
lost
an
the ass
aggressive.
end, and it went right
Yeah.
into
It was an
Oscar.
aggressive move. He tagged the back of Max. It made him
But
lose it a little bit, and that's it.
And this is what
It
we've been
wasn't
talking about.
crazy.
That Lando needs to get is that
Yes.
little bit of fire. That was
Yeah.
I was kind of stoked for it. But
Yeah.
now, like, when we break down everything that's like, every domino that's led up to it, it makes sense why Oscar was so upset, because it's like, dude, I literally have been not doing what you guys have been saying not to do. I've been doing that. I've been listening
Yeah.
to you, and
Look,
now
I'm
I
playing by
get
the
hit
rules.
and bumped to the side, and you guys are gonna just let him drive off into the sunset.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not, I know when I was talking about it initially, I wasn't upset with Lando at all. It's not Lando's fault, or it is Lando's fault, but the issue with it isn't Lando's fault. I reviewed it. They said, yeah, we don't want any part of this. Good luck.
I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
Nope. But and there was nothing wrong with the move. There's nothing wrong with the move at all. It was a good move.
It was an aggressive move.
I'd expect Oscar to make the same move, especially now. And I think Oscar,
22 points.
now you're reaching a danger here for the sanctity of your team, right? Because now you have Oscar, who the entire race complained about it. Sounded like a Karen the whole race.
That it did get pretty annoying.
Yeah, absolutely. But my issue is McLaren made him that way. He didn't come in that way. If you go back and watch this kid, like through F2, F3, he won both those championships for a reason. The kid has that mentality. He knows how to defend that move specifically, I'm sure. They've softened him. They've made him into a political, have to ask for things. Can I have a spot back type of guy? Lando never has to ask because he's Zach Brown's favorite. That's just the way it is. But I think this is a big realization for Oscar. I think Coda, my God, it's going to be interesting.
It's very interesting.
Like, if Lando and Oscar are anywhere near each other, I think he might he's going for it. There's no pulling punches.
No holds bar anymore. Like, it's going to be gloves off.
He doesn't care. He doesn't care, and he shouldn't. Him getting the speech. First of all, he got the speech about congratulations on the World Drivers Champion or Constructors Championship from Zach there, second, not first. Lando got his first, of course. Should have done it to him at the same time. I'm pretty sure they can broadcast the two cars at once if they really need to.
I mean, they did that when Mercedes did the formation lap. They both lined up. They did a broadcast.
The funniest thing is, like, thank you, Oscar. Good race, tough race. Congratulations on the done.
Done. He was like,
it's not just a button you press. You have to go in, reach your hand behind the steering wheel, press the button, pull it out, throw it to the side to disconnect your radio. There was thought. It's like, absolutely not. Screw this. I'm done. I'm going to do my media stuff and I'm out.
And honestly, like, just after the whole weekend and after what happened to him last race, he had an awful race at Baku, and then you have that happen. You get punted by your own teammate. Like, it's, again, it was like, all right, dude, give it a rest. Like, we get it when he kept complaining over it, but it's understandable. Like, I get it. But the one thing you have to remember, or that he has to remember, they obviously don't give a shit about what Oscar has to say. They obviously don't care about what he's feeling, his thoughts on the matters, because nothing has changed. The only thing that has stayed constant has been the Lando favor on every single thing that has to happen.
Yeah.
Every instant.
They want him.
Honestly, the jokes that went around, like, hey, Oscar, Lando's car just blew up. Can you crash into a wall?
No.
Like, it's not out of the realm of possibility.
At this point, no. It's crazy. It's insane. Let them race. Show me that Lando's better, because I don't think he is. But show me that he's better. He's not.
Yeah.
But it's like,
and honestly, like,
come on.
When it comes, and we've said it a lot, like, it gets old when the teams start interfering. When you start getting team, like the team terms, the papaya rules and everything, like, we're starting to see that is going to not only cause issues between teammates, but it's again robbing us as the viewers from potential 2016 vibes, or like or mid 2000 vibes, where they didn't give a shit if you were my teammate or not. I'm throwing you into the fucking wall.
No, it's a championship battle. You should be having a battle like Max and Lewis right now. Even if they're on the same team, we should be having a battle. It shouldn't be, can you give that back? No, that wasn't fair. Can he give it back? No.
You already locked up the constructors. What is the point of you communicating anything other than strategy for your race? For your driver, for your team, there should be no communications coming across about giving a position back.
No, it's insane. It just, it bothered me a lot. And then, as much as Oscar was caring, complaining, bitching the whole race. It's the first time I've really seen him do that to that level.
He's usually almost more defeated than anything and just doesn't really say much. He doesn't talk back.
No, he's pissed he loses. That's it. He's just pissed he lost. The biggest thing, like, Lando's kind of whiny anyways. Honestly, he is.
I'm tired of both of them. They're both whiny.
But if you go back, like the beginning of the year, like, or no, actually it was the end. I think it was the end of last year when McLaren was winning a lot of the stuff at the end of the year. He's sitting in the cool down room with Lewis, and Lewis goes, "Hey, your car's fantastic, super fast." And he just turns around and he goes, "You had a fast car 7 years ago. Now it's our turn." Like, and Lewis is just sitting there muttering to himself. He's like, "I was just telling you, it was a compliment, bro." Like, chill the fuck out. This guy paved the way for you to be famous, quite honestly. And then he goes the next week and he this last race here, and he complains about, "Oh, well, my parents weren't race car drivers. They were just rich. And, if I could do it again, they'd be race car drivers so I could be better."
Talking about Max. Like how Max. Yeah.
Max, give Max a cardboard box. He still kicks your ass. He's just better. He's just better. And there's a difference, right? So you have the Lewis Hamiltons of the world. This is the easiest comparison to me. You have that Lewis Hamilton, right? Lewis Hamilton's just natural talent, willing to go and do what it takes to win a championship, go to bed at 4:00 in the afternoon so you don't have jet lag, blah, blah, blah. That's his life, right? Then you have a Nico Rosberg who's enjoying the life a little bit more, right? Enjoying the fruits of his work here. And he gets into a championship battle, loses it, gets tired of losing it, and realizes he has to change his mentality. It's not something that comes natural to him.
And he didn't like it. That was his biggest thing. That's why he left. He hated himself for it. But he knew he needed
ruined his life for a year. He wrecked his life for a year. He was miserable.
What, like 5 days later was like, deuces, I'm done.
Dude, he ruined his life for a year, socially, it sounds like, to beat one guy. And he did it, and he said, never again. Not his deal.
Because he knew that's what it took to beat Lewis, is he had to be Lewis. He had to be Lewis to beat Lewis.
Yeah, and that's the kind of the dynamic I feel between these two, where Oscar's there to win a race. He's having fun winning a race, but he wants to win races. That's it. It bothers him when he loses. Lando, I feel like, especially if you read, he did that, whatever it was in the magazine there, Vogue or GQ or something. They did an interview with him, and they were talking about it, and he says he loves racing, loves winning, but he's really just wants to enjoy. And I'm like, isn't the joy the win? Isn't that why you're here? You're top 20 in the world.
What you're trying to do.
So I don't know. As a team, like as McLaren, if I'm in his if I'm in his pits, I'm like, screw you.
Here's another 4-second pit stop.
Come on. That's why I don't know. I gotta stop ranting about Lando, but like that's just the mentality's not there. Oscar should win this. Oscar deserves it. Lando's not as fast. He's a mid-level driver. Changed my mind.
Yeah. Honestly, like we're gonna see what happens over the next couple races between the two of them. At this point, it's like I'm starting to be like, oh, F1's just scripted because they want to make it down to a Abu Dhabi finale. But I don't think that's what it is. I think that literally just McLaren is just sticking their foot in it when they don't need to. But honestly, like, I mean, Max did his thing this weekend. He wrestled a absolute hunk of shit the whole race, completely cussing out the car over the comms, like literally not having the best time when he's downshift and rear ends locking up. Like he's just not enjoying it. Still holds off Lando for second place. Like Lando couldn't even pass him with a perfect car while he's struggling.
I had no doubt Max was going to keep that position. I never, you know, that's the other. Guess we're gonna rant about Lando a little bit more. That's the other thing that bothered me. It really pissed me off. Oh, we're gonna do the undercut on Max. So, or no, we're gonna do the overcut on Max or something like that. We need you to make your tires last so you can get past him, go faster, but don't pass him yet. Oh, that's easy.
Yeah, you said that's easy.
Or oh, I'm way faster than him. I'm catching him right now. I feel like I have way more pace than him. If it's so easy, do it. He couldn't do it. He told me the whole race how easy it was, and then you couldn't do it.
Couldn't do it. The guy within 3
the
tenths
attitude
at
is
one
starting
point.
to bother me.
Yeah,
it's just starting to
within
bother
3
me.
tenths and couldn't finish it off. So, but
3 tenths is still third place.
Yeah, and I mean, at the end of the race, he was back up to like almost a second behind him. It was like 3 tenths for like literally like one corner, and then it was gone.
And I think it's kind of exposing some of these drivers now, right? We have all these cars at the end. It's the end of the regulation cycle. This is everybody's, you know, ultimate version of this car. They're pretty close. You know, top 10 is typically qualifying wise within a second of each other. It's kind of crazy, but
nuts.
no, it's awesome to watch. But
it
it's
was
an
like
issue for McLaren because
tenths.
yeah,
like
that's how it should be. That's the best part. But what it's showing, I think, is McLaren has a great car, had a great car. They've stopped bringing developments after the summer break here. Everybody else is still developing, and now they've all caught up. They're not ahead of them. Their cars aren't faster. They're about the same. McLaren drivers are just mid.
Yeah.
They're not the best individual drivers.
No.
They're just
not.
And
we're seeing that, like, I mean, George, he's again stayed consistent. It's not like he's dropped down or moved up. He stayed in the same area the entire season. So like him and that car have stayed true to what they were. That's the only, like, again, as much as we're not a fan, that's the only driver on the grid that has stayed true from the beginning of the season to now. He's been between first and fourth pretty much almost every race. And good qualifying, staying quiet in the background, doing his thing. Leclerc, you can't figure out what's going to happen every weekend with him because it's either he's doing great and he's on the podium, or he literally is struggling for 8th place. Like
his cockpit's full of water. He doesn't know what to do.
And he's I'm stupid into the wall and just not having a good time with it. And we saw that come to a peak this weekend with his radio comms. He's frustrated. We know that's what's happening with his managing team. Like,
just brutal.
He's brutal. Another one that doesn't care anymore.
Yeah, I mean, why would you? Your team can't do what they need to do. This is, I think we talked about this last week, you know, with Ferrari, right? This is they need to make a change. You know, it's not directly just Fred. It's not Charles. It's not Lewis. It's everybody, but more so, it's the upper management. It's the people up above. All these hoops to jump through. All the you know, tradition. Oh, it's Ferrari. We're the best just because we're Ferrari. You guys haven't won in so long.
Well, your last win was with a driver that's now with Williams.
You're going on like it. You're just going by heritage, and it's not enough. It's not enough. You're trying to bank on prestige for why everybody wants to come to you. I want to race for Ferrari. If you're killing the actual prestige of the name by sucking.
Literally the memes that go around, the jokes that say, hey, come here, Lewis, we're all waiting for you. And it's all the drivers that went on to have the worst seasons of their careers to finish out their history, or to finish out their careers. And it's like, like you said, what prestige do you have anymore within the last 10 years?
20
years, literally 10 years. Even just like thinking about, like, in the newer age, the newer era, you've done nothing except produce shit cars and ruin amazing drivers.
No, you had a chance last year to win the constructors. You choked. And this year you come back, you should have a chance. You're just totally missing.
And completely. Now not even possibly going to be in top 3.
Yeah, I'd say more than likely finishing 4th.
Yeah. And
you can't even make brakes that work.
Yeah. And like, I mean, Leclerc just having just a bad, mediocre weekend. And Lewis,
I feel like for that car, I think he performed well. That's the messed up part.
And the thing that sucks too is, like, Lewis he was on his way to snatch 5th. He was going to take 5th place, hands down. And then the next thing you know, you look at I'm looking at the timetables. I'm like, why is he 4 seconds back? What happened? Or no, I was like, why is he 2.5 seconds back? He was literally he was in DRS,
Yeah.
and now he's 2.5. Okay, now he's 3. What's going on? And he's like, yeah, my brakes are gone.
They
Come
weren't gone.
on.
I think it was the left rear legitimately exploded.
Yeah.
It exploded.
And this brings
watching
up
those last 2 laps, I'm like, I'm watching
I mean,
Fernando
it brings
catch
up
him.
it brings up another topic though, like how, as much as we love Lewis, and like you said this earlier, how are we not black flagging him?
Yeah, that's an
How is
FIA
that
issue big time.
safe? Like, I mean, Alonso's radio comms that I thought
Yeah.
were an edited joke were real.
Yeah.
Are understandable. He's trying to catch this dude. He's trying to get some more points for the team. He's trying to get a good
Yeah.
placement, and you're gonna let him just cut 16 corners?
If the finish line's another 100 feet away, he passes him.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Like they did end up giving, they gave Hamilton a penalty it was like a couple hours after the race, I think. It was insane. I didn't even realize it till this morning. Like this whole time I'm like stewing in it, like, God, how do they do that? Like, that's terrible.
They finally
Not just
did. I didn't know that they even gave him one, honestly. So they gave him
They
one for
finally
the
did.
Track limits.
Yeah, for cutting the corners. Which, I mean, they should, but they should have like made them stop. FIA
Yeah.
has access to come over your radio. I mean, they have to. They used to talk to the drivers. They now refuse to. But that's a time where you're like, look, your rear brake exploded. Stop. Get off. Roll. I don't know. If something happened, something, God forbid, something ever happened of that and it was a total failure and he goes hurling headfirst into a wall, what do you do then?
Yeah.
That's not a good look.
And
I'm
then,
all
I
for less
mean,
interference, but not in that case.
speaking of the FIA, like the double standards with Lando being able to finish the race with
Yeah.
that piece of front wing flapping, and
Oh, yeah.
what happened to Kevin Magnussen in 2022 with Haas, and
Almost
they
identical.
black and oranged him. Literally, I saw the image. It was like, okay, Lando was here, Kevin was here. It wasn't a big difference.
No, basically the same.
And they made him come in and fix it. They should have made Lando come in and fix it.
Yep, and they're even saying, I heard the argument of, well, it happened to Leclerc earlier in the year. His end plate was totally off the car. So there's nothing to scatter. There's nothing to throw. So different situation. Yeah, if I'm Oscar, instead of asking to switch positions, I'd be like, hey, he's got a piece hanging off. This is dangerous. You should bring him in. Yeah. And then maybe the FIA looks at it and you get your spot back. But it's just like, I don't know.
Did Oscar even see it though at that point? Because I feel like Oscar didn't get back in front of him at all.
No, he never did.
Yeah, he never did. So he didn't see it. He couldn't see it.
No, but it's just absurd. It's like, come on, guys. Like, we need some level of consistency. We need some level of this makes sense, and we're just not getting it. It's hard to watch sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, again, that almost comes along with the like the team orders. They're dictating some of these race turnouts. So is the FIA, like in bad ways too. Like there's stuff that should be getting called that's not. There's stuff that should be getting definitely overlooked, and it's getting scrutinized more than the things that should be called. And it's just, again, like, I love Lewis, but he should have, as much as that would have sucked, didn't matter. He already he ended up losing the spot anyways. So
yeah,
but still,
but it's not even about the spot. It's like besides the point. I feel it's not like he didn't know. So one of the things, if you go back and watch it, you can see on his steering wheel when they have him out. All these things have sensors on them naturally. Yeah. And you can see, like, it'll tell you if there's a brake failure. It'll pop up, like, Fast and Furious, Danger to Manifold. It's kind of like, but it's that kind of idea. It'll tell you if there's a failure. The sensors failed because it told him everything was fine. That's why it got to the point of failure. He didn't know how hot it was. No. But like, that's not, badass of Lewis to do what he did. If you watch from Alonso's cockpit cam, seeing Lewis like handle that car knowing there's no rear brakes on it, holy crap, that's nuts.
Yeah, that's nuts.
It's like the only thing, he cut 2 corners out of that whole thing. That's amazing, but that's up for the FIA, I think, to interfere and be like, hey, we can hear your radio transmission saying this exploded, stop.
Yeah,
they know. It's not like you can't tell me they don't know. That's not something they didn't know. I don't know. I didn't feel great about that.
No. And I mean, it's just one thing after another for that team. Like, they can't get any bit of momentum with at Ferrari. Like, they literally can't do. I feel like they can't do anything right, whether it be the teams, the cars, or the drivers. One thing is off. They can't get all three to come together, and
No,
it's
yeah.
frustrating, especially being a fan with it. Like, it's hard to watch drivers that you love, and especially a driver that I like we both watched since he's came into it, since we were kids, just have an awful time knowing what he could be doing in a car, and giving me some form of hope for what's going to come next year with the new regulations, with the new aero setups, just the new cars in general, and seeing what's going to happen.
Yeah, you know it's bad when my 2-year-old son knows that your car's broken.
Yeah.
He literally picked up. We got them all sitting up here. You notice which one's missing? Ferrari, because it's buried in a sandbox. Because he brought it over with a crane and said, "Car broken, car broken." Because it is. It's broken. It's broken. Fix your car. Have a better 26. Don't make me upset.
I hope
again.
so. I really hope so. Honestly, like these next few races are going to be really insane with McLaren. I think Max is still just like doing what he's going to do. We've got how many points back is he now? He's got to be less than 50 from.
I believe so.
He's got to be less than like 50 points back for first.
He is.
What do you think?
I'm looking.
Oh, okay, you're looking.
Yeah. So Max is at 273. Lando's at 336.
And
so
Oscar's 22 points ahead of that.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's Oscar. My bad. I'm not good at math. Sorry. Why? 63.
63 points back.
Yep.
Still doable.
It's very doable.
Especially if they wreck each other out.
What do we got? 6 races left?
Yeah.
He just needs to make up 11 points per race. 10.5 to be exact. But to catch Lando, I mean, I feel like to catch Lando, it's signed, sealed, delivered at this point.
Yeah. Especially if, again, like if
41 points to him.
We are bound to witness a McLaren on McLaren wreck. Before the year is over, we are going to see it, and I'm going to be very happy.
It just needs to happen. It's gonna be a coda. Honestly, I think we're gonna get that moment. It's gonna happen, and it's gonna be just Oscar exploding. Like
there might be fights, but there might be an actual fight, which I'm here for. I'm gonna see some pit brawls. Give me some NASCAR experience.
Just give him some gloves. What do you got for coda? What do you think? What's your top 3?
Give me Max. I honestly think that we might see the contact happen there, so I'm not even putting either of them up there. I'm going to be a little hopeful. So give me Max, Russell, and Charles.
That's wild. I literally just wrote it down. That's exactly what I wrote for myself. That's awesome.
Yeah, and honestly, I've like not trying to toot my own horn. I've been doing pretty good on some of these, at least for the qualifying.
That's what I'm saying.
I think qualifying will probably be the McLarens towards the front with Max and Russell and Leclerc hanging around in 4th, 5th, and 6th.
It might be
or 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And then
I think they've lost their luster myself.
I don't know. I think they're going to just take each other out if they're even close to qualifying on the same row.
We're going to get a 15 car pile. There'll be 5 left. Lando and Oscar are causing it, though.
And then Lewis wins.
I wish.
Just give him one this year. Come on. I just want him to get one.
With his luck, he's probably caught up in the 15 cars.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, no. So I know this week was a lot about McLaren, but I mean, I feel like that's the only thing that we had to talk about because of how stupid they are.
Yeah, unless you want to talk about team radios being hilarious. I mean, Fernando Alonso's radio never fails. Just 34 laps to go. If you talk to me every lap, I'm unplugging the radio. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. Then passing, it's even funny. Half a lap later, he's passing Isaac, quips a quick joke about giving him a trophy for being a hero to make his engineer laugh after he just told him to go screw.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And then Leclerc losing his mind finally. We've been waiting for it. I mean, he's honestly already had that one earlier in the season where he had like the radio message was like this long. It looked like a breakup message.
Ferrari's just a comedy at this point. It really is.
I mean, we made the jokes earlier in the season that it was just like it was a clown show. I saw the meme with all of them wearing clown gear and everything, sitting in the pit box, and it's true. Like it has come to fruition. They are a bunch of clowns, and they've got two very sad individuals behind the wheel, and then. Yeah, so I mean, we've got Coda the 19th, so that'll be. I love that track. That track is
great track.
So much fun to watch, fun to do on the sim. And I mean, speaking of sims, we did that on Friday.
That was a great segue. So good. That was so good.
We did the F1 kind of like the social there. It was fun. Lots of casuals. I wanted to fight. Lots of punts into the first turn. Like, please, the brake is on the left. You can use that.
I know there's no damage in this, but there is if you there's gonna be to your
damage.
Face.
Yeah, there's gonna be a big old crater if I can not make it out of turn one. I swear to God, every single race I was in, I had to fight back from like I'd be like, cool, I'm starting third, and then I'd be intense trying to fight back through.
You could tell I watch a lot of the free practice and race on F125 often enough because I knew where all the escape roads after I got punted off.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to slide around on the grass and sand.
The one thing I don't like about that, about the F1 arcade is just like, if you're gonna make it auto shift, don't downshift to first. For the love of God.
That's a tough one.
I don't think that there is a single track where you need to downshift to first to take a turn at all.
None of the ones that they have there. None of the ones they have on theirs.
And like literally every turn. And it's like, I want to try out the elite one, but doesn't that even downshift for you still?
No, it doesn't downshift for you.
Okay,
it is
well,
so like I was playing with the difficulties after we did the whole shebang, and we were doing the free play a bit. The touchiness of the car, both brakes and throttle, are a lot more intense. To the point where it's a lot more difficult to drive the cars, but there's no traction control. It just doesn't come on as snappy. It's almost like you change the engine mode a little bit.
Yeah.
But that is it's hard. It's a hard thing to overcome. It comes down to like driving the thing often enough to know how much input to have so that it doesn't downshift to first. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's
and
tough.
Like honestly, like I know my sim isn't like a $50,000 rig, but like at the end of the day, like I feel like
I'm not bad, I promise.
The response, like I know that for sure. Like some of the wheels, they need to fix those wheels. Like
some are a little wobbly.
I had one. It was number 10. I think it was sim number 10. There was no force feedback whatsoever. Absolutely none.
That's wild.
It was gone. I literally was going like this with fingers, like with two fingers on each side, and it wasn't there was no force feedback. So it's like I'm trying to like practice, and I'm like going just barely moving, and it's like yanking all over the place. So like, and again, like it's just, dude, the casuals, man. I wish that there were people there that actually like, all right, cool. This is for $200 gift card. Let's take this seriously.
At least a little bit.
There were two people there on a date, and I'm like, great, this is awesome.
And like, you know, the F1 bar over there it is a fantastic facility at the end of the day. I will say.
No, it's gorgeous.
The sims there, holy crap, they are nuts. It's something I wouldn't have an opportunity to drive if that didn't exist around here.
No,
it is really freaking cool. And you know, at the end of the day, you and I, we both made it to the top 10 showdown.
7th
and 8th.
We
had to sit right next to each other, which was
Ferrari.
Really cool. Yeah, right. And I mean, I had a I did that last race. That was the only race that didn't have like those let's charge in and just smash everybody in the first corner. I felt
that was nice.
I was able to go from, you were 7, I believe. I was 8, right? Yeah. I think that's right. I was able to go from 8th, end up finish. I was in the lead at one point. Ended up getting past, but I did end up on the podium still. Ended up 3rd, so I felt pretty good about that. Got to have my champagne.
Yeah.
Rob was right behind me though. I think you came in 4th, didn't you? You were right there.
I started 7th, ended 4th, but I don't know. Like you said, everybody was on casual.
Yeah, we all got stuck on a difficulty that had traction control, and the whole time I didn't realize it at first because I was in the lead and I'm just like pushing. I noticed it probably after a lap or two, going through, because we were racing in Silverstone, going through cops. I'm going through and I'm flat out and I hear the revs kind of let off. I'm like, that's weird. Um, and I'm looking by, I'm pressing the look behind me button. They're catching me. Oh man, they're catching me. And they were catching me like tiny increments, like, a tenth of a second per sector. Like, it was real small, but it was enough for them to pass me. But I eventually realized, I'm like, oh man, traction control's on. God damn. So it became a game of, hey, does this work by how much force is being applied to the tire? Is it how far the wheels turn? What is this? But I mean, top three, you could have thrown a blanket over all of us. I don't think we were more than a second and a tenth apart from each other the whole time. It was kind of crazy.
Yeah. And
it was one mistake and it was over.
Dude, mine, like, I'd be coming out of turns. I'd be past the apex, throttle down.
Yeah.
No reason why the RPM shouldn't be raising. And I'm like going out of the turn and it's like stuck at $4,000. And I'm like, what are we doing? I'm in third gear at $4,000 when I should be literally already about to shift to fourth. And this guy just kept on coming up behind me. He got spun out. That's why I was able to get up to fourth, because he got spun out and he started coming back. And I was like, nah, fuck this. I'm not letting this dude like take me from this spot. And so he goes to duck down. I cut him off and he like fits into the back of me. We both spin, but he goes and launches into the gravel pit. And I'm like, just put right on off. And then at that point, I saw you guys just gone.
Yeah, it was a good race though. I got up on the podium and I asked I could hear them talking about it, like, were you stuck on like casual or something? I was like, yeah, I was. And they're like, we were too. We couldn't figure it out. They were like, we couldn't understand why I could pass you at that corner.
Yeah.
But then I couldn't pull away from you anywhere else.
Because once you're in because does it do automatic DRS for that too?
Yeah. That's all.
So like once you're in the DRS train, like they're not getting away.
No, it was just nothing to do. It was a blast. That last race was a lot of fun. Being able to race with people who don't want to wreck you the whole time was really cool.
Yeah.
We had some real close. I know me and the two guys up top there had some real close racing. Sounds like you had some real close racing that ended up in a small incident.
I wasn't.
I don't know how we didn't. I mean, we were real close to tangling wheels a few times, but that was a lot of fun. Can't wait to go back and do it again. And we'll have some good footage this time too.
Yeah.
We're a little focused this time around. But absolute blast. Always a good time. The guy that hosts it there, he's fantastic. Absolute blast. Excited to go back. I'm sure you are too.
No, me too. I definitely am. And am I right in saying that you have something ordered on the way for your setup?
I may or may not. I may or may not have an F1 wheel coming.
Perfect. So
I can actually have a good wheel.
That way I can finally
beat me.
Use that thing. I wish that you had a direct drive. I'd just give you this thing. Oh Jesus.
Oh yeah, that thing's sweet.
That's just the stock one that comes with them, but you can get like the F1 setup with it and everything. But
yeah,
we will get you on a direct drive someday.
Yeah, it'll be sometime soon. I'm gonna stick with what I got for now, so I can actually I got to use what I have first. But the F1 wheel will be a cool adaptation to have. Should be a lot of fun. We can play some. We'll do some F1. We'll do some GT race. We'll do a bunch of.
You'll need to get F1 25 because it's so much better than 24.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. Other than that, I don't think much is going on this coming weekend. Let's see.
No, I don't think so.
I know that
I did want to mention too, just because it was really cool to see. I saw it on social media and I thought it was awesome. The finish at the Roval there.
God. We're not
awesome.
Huge NASCAR fans, but that was crazy to see.
No, that was Ross Chastain always finds a way to pull me into something. First it was the wall ride, getting into the playoffs that way, one of the coolest things I ever seen in a car, to then what we just saw this last weekend where he wrecks into the back of Hamlin and they both end up facing backwards. Difference was he kept the clutch in, throttle down, shifted into reverse and just dumped it.
It was so cool.
Smoked the tires across the line in reverse.
Oh,
It
it
was
is
awesome.
the Sunoco World Series of Speedway racing. So it's the oval track finish Friday, Saturday, and Sunday this weekend. So that is might be something cool to see. It's the wheeling class. So of the oval tracks. That's gonna be mobbed. They're gonna start
Yeah.
camping out tomorrow probably for that. So that might be something I might go over. If you wanted to come down, we can go and check it out. But yeah, there's no F1 this weekend. I feel like I saw there's some GT races going on.
I'm
But
sure
yeah,
there always is. Oh, that was the other thing. The DTM championship there.
that
Anytime
was
there's a
insane.
championship being won or something cool happening, I always like to throw it out there because I do pay attention to all these different things and vaguely know what's going on. But
Made me sad that
watching,
BMW didn't take it, but that was an
man,
amazing
that
move
was
from the Porsche.
awesome.
Amazing.
That was some serious like DTM GT racing. That was
Yeah.
awesome. And on one of the cool, over in Germany there, one of my favorite tracks, seeing the Beamer throw that move with like 4 corners left to take the lead and like doing the Porsche just
Nope.
sending the thing 2 wheels on the grass, 2 wheels on track. That's all you need.
Yeah.
And just finishing it off, taking the championship that way. That's awesome. Love to see
That
it.
was so cool. That that type of you don't get that type of racing in Formula One. You don't get
No,
that
no,
that
it'd be pretty
rubberness
hard. They're made
racing.
of spaghetti at that point.
Yeah, spaghetti. So it was really cool to see that. And I got a soft spot for Porsche too, so I wasn't too mad that they took it. But that series is always full of action. We've got some GT series coming up soon. Everything's coming to an end, unfortunately. The season is
Yeah,
all
we're just gonna have to
over.
make our own fun.
I know, right? So, I mean, we're thinking about a couple different go-kart leagues. We got the sim setup, the sim editions coming your way. I'm thinking about getting a shifter soon, but then I also want the new R9 or a new R9 from Moza. So, we'll see where
I do want to attempt to
the
do some
funds
tandem
go.
drifting with you.
Yeah, I'll need the shifter and the e-brake for that one. I got the clutch, but
We'll just drive low horsepower cars. You
no,
don't need a
no,
handbrake.
exactly,
Just
exactly.
just clutch dump the whole time.
Clutch kick all the time, no e-brakes. But other than that, we'll be getting some things out. Keep on following us on all our socials: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Talk now. Which video's doing great, by the way. We need to do some more out there. And
Yes.
then obviously check us out on YouTube, Spotify. Make sure you give us a like, follow, subscribe for more updates in the future. But as always, keep the throttle down and the conversation wide open. We'll see you next time.